I don't usually do this, but can I get a side of ranch?
Oh yeah, you know what this needs? Is a little ranch.
I actually specifically remember asking for a side of ranch. Yeah.
Can I get some ranch?
Oh, everything is wonderful. But can I get a side of ranch? Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 753 of Can I Get Some Ranch podcast. I'm your host, Heather Winter, and I'm here with my guest of the week, Evan Hendersen.
Hello, hello.
Or as I call him, Evian. I told my roommate that, and she goes, I was like, oh, my friend Evian's coming here. And she's like, Evian, really? They named it. I was like, no.
I'm named after water. That's how much my parents love me.
Bottled water, though. Bottled water. Not even.
From the greatest springs.
From the Evian Springs. Hi, how are you? How's it going?
I'm great.
You look great. You
Thank
look
you.
like a baseball player for some reason. I don't know why. Like you just
Maybe it's the Dodgers hat.
It might be the Dodgers
I think
hat.
that could have something to do with it. Maybe it's because I'm really letting myself go in the off season.
Are you? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, when you have that kind of money, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, you just drink and play baseball.
Of course. I mean,
sign me up.
Isn't that what everyone does?
Mm.
A little background. Evan and I have known each other. Geez. When did you start at JB's?
May of 2016.
Wow. So.
Maybe 17. Yeah. You've seen me grow up.
I've seen him. I've helped him grow up a little bit, not sexually, but sort of. Not me, like personally.
Well, you assisted. Like put it on the scorecard. That's an assist.
I'll take it. I'll take the assist. I mean, I also always like to tell people that I like to take credit for your and Hannah's relationship as well.
Oh shit! You got into this quick.
Well,
I knew you were gonna bring it up. I didn't think it'd be this quick.
Well, I was thinking about it because I was like, yeah, I really helped them.
It's like someone being pressured to drink alcohol. Like you just wanted to stop bringing it up, and then I eventually did.
You're welcome.
And hey, I like alcohol. It's like it all worked out in the end. I'm super happy. Now I'm drinking every night, every week. Yeah.
You're just a straight up alcoholic, and it's great.
An alcoholic on love.
Exactly. Not on.
It's just
alcohol.
a metaphor.
Yeah. But also he drinks. Good. No, it's like when you see two people who you know are supposed to be together. I was just like, you guys, make it happen, Captain.
I just couldn't see it yet.
I know. Well, you were young. That's where I helped you grow.
You helped me grow.
I helped you grow up to that, to realize who the love of your life was. I mean,
it all seemed to work out.
It seemed.
She hasn't left me yet.
Not yet. Well, she's gone now, but she hasn't left you.
Yeah.
She's making the money. She's the breadwinner of the family.
Oh, no, she definitely is. I tell her that frequently. I told her that today, actually. Well, yeah, I'm going to go do this. It's like, oh, we're going to talk about you just a little bit, just a heads up. I'm like, I'm going to tell you, you're the breadwinner. Like, that's just the way it is.
She's like, great, I have to go. I have to work. Bye.
Taking care of the pets and all the plants.
You're just a stay-at-home dad. It's, you know what, we need more of those.
Yeah, I'm breaking gender norms.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's about time, honestly.
I know, 2021.
2021.
Let's get it together.
Gender reform. Let's do it. Well, there's a lot of other things that need to be changed as well, but you know what?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
podcast. Brick by brick. We're getting there.
Exactly. Slowly.
Next thing you know, it's 2030.
Exactly. And we are like robots. I feel like by then we'll all have some sort of part of our body that just isn't ours.
Yeah. You've seen Elon Musk has like a cerebral implant.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see
like
that.
You can do things with a thought. It's dangerous.
What do you mean you can do things with a thought?
Like if you wanted directions somewhere, you just think it and then boom.
What?
Like he's talked about it before. It's like, it's crazy.
That's so funny because I was just reading an article and I thought maybe it was the Elon Musk article, but I was reading something saying like that they were close to like figuring out how to read your memories or something.
Like relive them and see them?
Yes.
Oh,
which is insane because I've always thought it would be really cool if you could just like have a printer that could work with your brain so that when you're like have a jumbled ideas, you just print them out. And then you're like, there they are.
Imagine if it just came out like all fucked up. It's just like, it's not even complete words. It's like, oh, this fucking helped. Thanks.
I would have so many more great ideas. There's so many times when I think of something and I'm like, I'll write it down later, and then I completely forget it.
Well, there's a lot of times I think of things and I never want to think them again. If I had access to this,
That's true. That's
that
true.
would not be good.
That's true. There is a bad to it. That is true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what brings us to this podcast? You ready to talk about some serving?
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. I haven't had the chance to like gossip about serving in so long because A, quarantine, but B, also I haven't like worked. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be like this subconscious part of me that comes through and it's just like, we just unload. And I'm like, I didn't even know I was thinking that.
It's going to be months of trauma that you have to unpack.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone, stay tuned. This is going to be a 4.5 hour podcast.
Not too bad.
Yeah. You've got time. You have nothing else.
You can watch the Snyder Cut once. The amount of time you listen to this.
What the fuck is the Snyder
The
Cut?
Snyder Cut, Justice League, the Snyder Cut. People went shut the hell up about that for like a year.
Is it like an add-on to the movie, or?
Yeah, he's just like, oh, every deleted scene that fucking other guy messed up. It's just, hey, to his credit, like it was a passion project. I get it, but like,
Wait, did they fire like the director midway?
Well, he left the project.
Oh, I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah, I think his daughter passed away in the middle of it.
Oh, well, that's fucked.
So
okay.
You're fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked. Wow, I feel like
No,
an
but
asshole.
he's like he came back, did his own. People were talking about it, hashtag Snyder Cut, all this, but the ads for it were every single day I would see an ad for it, and I was so happy when it came out, so people could just shut the fuck up.
That's so funny.
Good for him, though. Good for him.
Good for you, Snyder guy.
Snyder Cut, man.
Snyder guy, man. Cool. That sounds. Justice League was. It was okay.
Didn't see it.
I haven't seen. Wow. Have you seen Wonder Woman?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a Marvel only guy.
Oh.
I don't know if you heard.
Makes sense. It makes sense. That checks out. I get that. Sexist much? Okay.
No, I'm very excited for Black Widow.
Oh right.
It's been pushed back. Scarlett Johansson.
That's right. That's right.
The Queen.
The Queen. And isn't there supposed to be another Catwoman coming out? Did I hear? I feel.
There's a TV show.
Oh my God. I'm
CW.
What is with these TV? First of all, I don't like the TV show idea. Wanda and fucking Vision. No. Fucking.
Yeah, Falcon, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I get it. I do. WandaVision, I liked it.
Oh, you watched it.
I'll say that.
Okay.
It scratched my Marvel itch because
Okay.
we haven't had anything for so long. We were
Right.
supposed to get Black Widow. Got pushed, obviously, COVID.
Yeah.
And then, WandaVision, it scratched it a little bit, but
Not enough.
it didn't, not to completion.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I love the cast. I love the idea, but I don't. Maybe the only one I can probably wrap my head around is WandaVision, because it's like her gift isn't as like, she doesn't just have strong powers where she just like breaks things when she walks through them. You know what I mean? Like, it's more subtle.
Like, she's a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But she's argued to be the strongest person in the Avengers.
Oh,
honestly,
I think so.
She has big potential.
Oh, I think
She's a first round draft pick.
She's definitely a first. She's a Tom Brady for sure. Although I hate.
Are we talking about serving?
I know. This is what happens. This is why I tell people to come with 2 hours, because like fucking it takes me 30 minutes to even be like, oh, let's talk about serving, and then we'll get like off on a tangent about something else. It's just good for people to know who you are and what your interests are.
This is who I am.
He's a movie buff. Okay, yes, let's talk about serving. So Evan and I, we were in the trenches together at probably the worst restaurant you could possibly work at. In the entire world, I would think. Maybe not.
Pushing it.
It's probably top 5 of the worst restaurants to work at.
Yeah, it would compete at like the worst restaurant Olympics.
Oh,
it'd be on the podium for at least a few events.
At least a few events for sure.
Nothing against the whole company. I'd say it's just this specific location
I agree.
had some big problems.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a location thing. I mean, the restaurant itself isn't like phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just like
Very standard.
It's typical American cuisine.
Shit ton of food.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
Like a factory, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, good old cake. 150 page menu type of thing.
Yeah, everything has to be their style of something that already exists.
Right.
Yeah.
We served pizza and wings, and then we also served like pasta and then like seafood dishes.
Yeah.
And burgers, but we were known as a brewery.
Yeah.
It didn't make no sense.
We have like 10 beers on tap.
When we have 150 taps, but only 10 of them work.
Yes.
Yeah. So we served together for a while. Did were you hired on as a server there, or did you start as a host?
I was a host. I was a host. Yeah.
That's right.
Little old me.
Little old Evian.
I would actually, when I first started, I remember I went to my interview. Who did you
interview with? Just alter his name a little. Well, it doesn't really matter.
What was his name? I can't even remember.
Nick,
I believe so.
The
really cool guy.
Yeah. Okay. It was, or was it Matt?
No,
Were you
Nick.
there? It was Nick. You weren't there when Matt was there.
Okay. Mick. It was Mick.
Good old Mick.
We love Mick.
Oh, Mick.
I went to my interview, and the whole standard there is you wait forever to start your interview.
Oh yeah,
I've seen this every single time. Not with one person have I seen it. Like you don't wait an hour plus for your interview.
It's like I feel like that's.
Is it a test?
I think it is a test because I feel like other restaurants do that.
Really?
Yes, because even recently I just had to go into a restaurant that I currently work at and have a chat with my manager, and I was waiting for him for 30 minutes. And I was like, well, what the fuck? So, and then I've also just from people that come in, I'll be like, hey, so-and-so's here to see you in the front. And they'll just be like, okay. And then like walk opposite way and just start doing like paperwork. So I don't know if it's just like
maybe it's a test more so for the managers to see if they can just remember.
Well, they fail.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Interview.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're like, all right, guys, close it down. Oh, you've been here all day.
Shit.
And they're
so
just
when would you
there.
like to start? We will offer minimum wage. All right, come back tomorrow.
You're going to now interview 754 more times.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you know if you have a chance at the job.
We'll see. We'll flip a coin at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I went for my interview, and I didn't find out till like 2 weeks after I started working. I was talking to him. He's like, man, like I really like the way you're working around here. You're doing a really good job. You're friendly. Like you're showing up on time. And when you showed up an hour early for your interview, man, my heart broke. And I'm like, I did what now? I misunderstood. I just forgot what the time was, and I accidentally came an hour early, and he took it as like, oh, all right, there you go.
Oh my God. That is like, he's like, you are just so punctual. And you're like, oh my fucking God, I was wrong about the time.
I can never be late again.
You just show up an hour before every shift from then on out.
Oh, fuck.
They're like, God, he really just wants to work this kid, huh? No, he just didn't. Oh my God.
Forgot to set my clocks back. Sorry, brother.
It's a good thing that they care nothing about like skill or like experience or even brain power. Not saying you don't have any, but that restaurant particularly.
Yeah, well, I had experience too.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you serve somewhere before that?
Yeah, back in South Dakota, my motherland, and and yeah, I told them about it, and they're like, "Okay, cool. Like, we're hiring hosts." I'm like, "Okay." Does it offer money? Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, why not?
All right.
I was 19 at the time.
Were you? God,
I think so.
Holy cow, you were young. Okay, so you waited and then you got the job and you were hosting. How long did you host for there? I don't even remember.
Something like 3 months.
Oh, it was quick. Okay.
Or something.
Yeah, because then you moved up to what? Takeout? Is that?
He's snoring.
I know. Can you hear
I'm
him?
like, am I scooting in the chair and it's like making a fart noise or something? It's like,
no, it's 100%. Excuse me. My dog, he snores like a grown man.
We have a co-host here.
Yes.
Archie.
Always, he's actually the audio guy. Clearly, he's sleeping on the job.
Typical audio guy.
I know. This is what I have to sleep next to every night.
I can't do it.
Like, what do I need a boyfriend for?
Snores,
Really?
Whenever like a friend comes over and like they stay in the same room as me and they snore,
Yeah.
oh,
You can't handle
I'll
it.
wake up in the middle of the night to them snoring and I fucking rage. But my dad, he was a snorer. I could hear him like 2 rooms over. when I
Oh,
was growing up.
shit.
So I found out that if you make a noise louder than they're snoring, it won't wake them up as long as you don't do it too loud, but it'll stop them from snoring for a short amount of time. So you have that amount of time to go back to sleep.
My mother is also a freight train snorer, so I get that. But I've never had a problem with like noise and falling asleep, so it's never bothered me. Yeah, I actually love his snores. They like, oh my gosh, it's like
Just
the cutest
rocks you
thing.
to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, snoring little guy. He's just so cute. How can you be mad at that? I mean, look at his face. He's just like, just snoring away.
See, I have enough trouble sleeping as it is. The noise going around. Oh,
Is it too much?
My friends, like, they would mess with me when I would try to sleep. I was the kid who fell asleep first at
I
sleepovers.
hate that.
They'd fuck with me. They'd like throw things at me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he did it, and then I just go rage and fall back asleep. So
You fall back asleep? You just let it happen
well,
again?
I would like do it like practically in my sleep.
Oh, okay.
I would sleepwalk as a kid. I would
What?
sleep fight. I've punched my friends in my sleep.
Oh my
Like
god.
my friend, like he actually rolled over, like his arm fell on me, and then I'm like, get the fuck off me, punched him. Back to me.
You know what? It makes a lot of sense because on the surface, you're like the nicest guy ever. So I figured there had to be some rage down there somewhere.
It's deep down.
It's totally in your subconscious.
That's when I'm most vulnerable. It all comes out. I can't put on the facade anymore.
Just so everyone knows, I have caught the Zodiac killer. He's currently... Just go to sleep.
Prove it.
I don't know why I'm stuck on the Zodiac. Anyway, Archie, thank you for ruining the entire podcast by your snoring. Anyway, okay, so you were a host for like 3 months. Okay. How do you remember how it was to host?
Oh, it was, I was a different man back then, full of hope, and I liked my job. I was getting paid. I was getting paid to hang out, basically. But, it wasn't that bad. It'd get a little crazy. Every now and then, there's a couple times where this restaurant, it got so busy. I don't understand how people held this restaurant to such a high standard. Like to where they're like, oh, shit, there's an hour wait. All right, sign us up. It's like, I wouldn't wait anywhere. And like, unless it was like the nicest place ever.
Yeah.
I would not wait at some random American cuisine dining spot. It's like,
Especially the location that we have, because there was probably at least 10 other restaurants that you could walk to.
oh, literally.
Go to.
Literally.
Yeah. With probably the same, if not better, food.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is
And just
shocking.
the atmosphere altogether.
I mean,
The lobby was crowded.
always.
It was like herding cattle just in there. It was ridiculous. But a few times, though, I mean, it had its bonuses.
Yeah.
Like this guy would be like, hey, it's like, we just got back from road trips. Like, we've been on the road for like 8 hours. Like, we need a table right now. I'm like, sorry, dude. Like, it's a 45-minute wait.
Right.
It's like, well, we need to get seated right now. It's like, dude, my friend's pissed. Like, please just like get a seat. I'm like, I'll put your name on the list. But like, as soon as you get seated, I'm telling you, like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Buddy walks up. He's like, well, 45 minutes? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Throws down $40. He's like, what about now? I'm like, give me 5 minutes. I was training a guy at the time too. I'm like, so don't do this, but here's $20. Don't tell the manager. Ayo. I wasn't making tips, you know, so.
That's right. We didn't tip out the host there.
Yeah, they don't do shit.
That's right. We tip out the host at my job now, so it's
They probably do more things, so.
they don't.
Oh.
They don't. And actually, the host that we have, I'll get on my own thing. We're talking about you. I was nice to you, right? I always yelled at you because you were like a little brother to me, but.
Yeah, you were really nice. Put the gun down.
Okay. Okay, who was worse? Me or Brett? Oh wait, you didn't host when Brett was there, did you?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Question. Me or
You
Brett?
you mean Jet?
Jet. Brett would love to be a part of this, but I wish I could. You know what? I need to get him on the phone because he would have stories for
Get him on
days.
Skype. Great guy.
He's a great guy.
Full of energy.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing that I think people need to understand, though, is that when you're talking about someone in regards to like work person, it's 100% different
absolutely.
than outside. So I could like, there's people that are some of my closest friends that I hate at work. Like I hate them. But then outside of work, obviously I love them. But it's like, it's just a different.
You're in the zone. It's like what happens on the field stays on the field.
Exactly. So luckily, I think that there's kind of that understanding within the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, you have to kind of tiptoe a little bit around the hosts because they're new and they don't understand it yet.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, see, I wasn't too sensitive.
Yeah, you weren't.
I took it. I mean.
Listen, what I remember is that I loved you as a host. So.
You were fun. You were intimidating. But.
And I don't mean to be.
You would come up like we're just slams like, quit fucking seating me. 20 minutes go by. Why haven't I got fucking seat in so long? It's like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'm getting it.
But tell me,
it took a moment.
How many times would I walk up to the host and I'd be like, what do you got? And you're like, well, I have 4 parties at 2, 3 parties. I go, seat them all in my section right now.
Oh, that would totally happen. For sure. Yeah. Like, I mean, there were definitely people throughout our restaurant that could take on that sort of heat.
Right.
And we're willing to. I mean, depending on the day.
Oh, of course, depending on the day. I would never always be like
Sunday morning, that's a little bit different.
Sunday morning.
Walking in already sweating from the night before.
I know.
Those are rough.
I hate Sundays. I do not. The worst type of people go out to eat on Sundays. And if that's you and okay, first of all, not everyone is the worst type of person, but it just, if you were to like put numbers on things and run it, Sunday would 100% be the worst day for tips.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's like just the highest, the biggest condensed group of shitty people go out on Sundays, Sunday mornings.
It's like, what, did you tithe all of your money to God and you just can't give any to your server?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've noticed, like, you can tell because, like, they're still talking about the service and all that. It's like, so you know who was just at church and who wasn't.
Right.
And you can tell by what they're wearing. If they're wearing sweatpants, hey, you can wear sweatpants to church. No hating. I mean, God wore a robe. You know, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't. Who knows what God wears?
I know, right?
You know, it's a tough question to ask. That's a lot deeper than.
In my mind, he's in like an Armani fitted suit. So.
Oh, I'm thinking like a Gucci tracksuit.
Ooh, that's on Everyday But Sunday probably.
Oh,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. If God's wearing like a Gucci tracksuit on Every Day with Sunday, hey, I'm pulling up.
He's got a
What's
bunch
up?
He's got a bunch of bitches just like, yeah, I don't know, fuck, I got to do this church thing. I'll be right back. You know.
And we're going to hell.
See, I was already on that list for hell, so I was like,
oh, okay.
I can say whatever I want.
Well, hey, give me some space here. I'm still working.
You're fine. Yeah. You're young enough to rebound, so you're
okay,
good to go.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sundays, it was just like they'd be talking about, server's so good. Where's my fucking iced tea? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, miss. I'll be right back.
I love it too when you have like, especially on Sundays, you would get a big group of people because it'd be like the whole family's like, church was just so great. Let's head to brunch together. Mm-hmm. So you get like a big table and you'd start taking the orders. And of course, like, especially, I don't know if it's just because of how this restaurant is, but absolutely no one. I felt like every single table I had, like not every single table, but most of the tables that I had, it felt like it was their first time going out to a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that. You go and there's a table of 15 and you're like, okay, can I get people drinks? And like, well, what do you have? And I was like, do you see the novel in front of you?
Yeah, look, there are 30 pages, like just full of descriptions of exactly what we have.
Yeah.
So if you want to take one moment,
just one,
open your hymnals to page 29. You'll see desserts.
Maybe that's what they should do. Just give them Bibles and be like, you can find Matt under fucking appetizers. And and then they get mad at you because you're trying to figure out what they want to drink, and the person that you just took their drink order, you're like 8 people down now, and they're like, "Excuse me, can I get my water?" And you're like, "Did you see me leave the fucking table?"
Like, I haven't left.
I haven't left. I'm
It's like,
here.
oh, and while we've been talking, because you've been taking 15 minutes to get drinks in, I got 2 more tables waiting on me now, so it's gonna be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Unless you all speed it the fuck up.
Yeah, I love, and maybe it's because obviously we are in the industry and we know what it's like, but I just couldn't ever comprehend how people can treat servers and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially when you look around, you're like, it's packed in here. Why the fuck is it taking 3 minutes to get my drink? Because we're not fucking superheroes.
Yeah, you ever do creative problem solving in school, mister? Yeah, sometimes when things are busy, they take longer.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Coming up with one of my favorite segments right now.
Bartender, I need a drink.
The bartender segment. Let's talk about what we're drinking right now. So what was your choice of drink that you wanted to have today?
Well, big IPA guy. I don't know if you saw, but my pants were cuffed on the way in. They have since decuffed. I drank a sour earlier, so.
Oh, okay.
But I'm an IPA guy.
Okay.
I like it. My girlfriend got me on IPAs, and then she stopped liking IPAs and left me out here by myself. Well, she's a breadwinner. She can do what she wants.
Do what she wants.
But I am currently drinking a Stone Exotic Destinations IPA.
Nice. And what's the percentage on that one?
7.5.
Ooh, nice. And what's your take on it? What do you think?
It's pretty good. Here, let's do a little live taste test.
Do a live taste test.
Very, very fruity.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, you catch that bitterness.
Right.
Lingers for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it settles.
Do you know what causes that bitterness?
Hops. Is it the hops?
Where'd you learn all that information about beer?
JB's.
JB's.
Good old JB's.
Good old JB's taught us everything we need to know about beer. Were you a brew genius? Did you become one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we became. I think because we were working the beer dinners together.
Yeah. Actually, I have a story.
Oh, yes.
A story about a beer dinner.
I would love.
So we did these beer dinners. We brought in some of our own beers because we're a brewery, air quotes, and then we had another brewery bring in some of their own beers.
Right.
And then there was like an event, you know, for those of you who don't know what a beer dinner is.
Yeah. They're fun. We pair the beers with foods that we make that we made at the restaurant, and sometimes they'd have reps from like the other like Stone or whatever come out and talk, and you get free shit. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah. And we did one. It was kind of like a wheat beer kind of.
Was that the
We wore the suspenders.
The suspender. Was that for March? Was that March?
I think so.
We did like the Belgian beers, right?
Belgian, yeah. Yeah, it was all Belgian beers, you know, very weedy beers, you know.
Oh, that's right. We were dressed up like Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Right?
You look like a Oktoberfest. We had like these blue checkered suspenders, you know. You and I don't know who else was there, but
probably Sophia.
Yeah, you two were all dressed up, you know, and I'm just a little helper. A little helper guy. I'm the bitch boy, let's be honest. I'm the bitch boy.
Yeah.
I make sure the food gets out. I make sure there's enough beer. I help get things stocked up. But remember, towards the end of the night, everyone's having a good time. They had their dessert. And these two guys start yelling at each other. And none of us were up there. And then they're like, they stand up. They start getting each other's faces. I just remember I start go up there, sling my suspenders off, and I get up there, and I'm like, hey. It's like, and then they pretty much broke it up themselves by that point. I just remember you guys fucking laughing at me. I'm like, you can't fight with suspenders on.
No, you can't.
That's a code of conduct.
Yeah,
right
of course it is. Yeah, it's like if you try to swing at somebody and you have suspenders on, I think aerodynamically it just won't work.
Oh, and like everyone's gonna be calling you pussy.
Well,
for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, for some,
which I disagree with.
I do too. I think
they're fashionable, you know, and like they're practical.
Exactly. I think suspenders need to make a comeback, honestly.
Oh, big time.
Especially for people that I literally was just in a store today, and I I have to call him a kid because he had to be young, like not
Like
super
what,
young.
16 or something?
No, I'd say he was probably like 18.
18? Still kid enough.
Still kid enough,
know.
and
A fuck boy.
he must have been a top fuck boy because his pants were literally like under his butt, like it was just underwear. Like I thought it was just underwear and then like pants that like went to the rest of the like I was like,
Oh my god.
bro, like really, like you're how is that even? First of all, if you're like young and doing whatever, like if you get in trouble and you have to run, you're not running far.
Oh no.
You're tripping over those pants.
Takes all the practicality out.
Exactly.
No.
And it just doesn't look good. You look like a bum when your whole ass is hanging out like that.
Yeah, it's probably just got flat ass too. It's
He
like
had
you
a
ain't
good butt. He had a good butt.
Really?
'Cause I
Okay.
could
Well
see the
then
whole thing.
that's a whole different story.
I know.
I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, you know?
Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe that's what he was doing.
You know, if
Because his friend has his pants pulled
hey,
up.
2021, guys can show their butts now too,
That's
you know?
true. That's true. Although I would prefer them to show more of their dicks, but that's
Yeah, well, they're just they're not fun to look at, you know?
for you.
Yeah, well, hey,
This isn't a porno podcast.
You
so,
got me.
That's tomorrow. No.
that's what's for dessert.
That's the late night podcast. So yeah, okay. I remember that beer dinner, and I'm trying to remember exactly what they started arguing. Do you remember what they were arguing
Yeah.
over?
I even tried to ask people.
So I think what it was, if I can remember correctly, so there was a group of I think 4 people sitting on like the right side, and then it was like a two-top on the left side.
Yeah, it was like across the aisle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think what was happening is I think so the group of 4 was like a girl and then like 3 guys. And the girl was dating one of the guys, and I think that the guy was being really disrespectful to the girl and like loud enough for these 2 guys to hear
on the other
that.
side to hear, yeah.
And they got pissed, and they're like, you don't talk to a woman like that. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened because I remember I remember being up there and like everything calming down, and the guy being like, he's talking to her, he's saying all this stuff to her, blah blah blah, and she was pretty trashed because it's a beer dinner and you're drinking a lot of
Yeah,
beer.
pretty much everyone's trash.
I mean, even us, we were working. We were like,
yeah.
but I remember it being like, at first I was mad at the guys because I was like, dude, leave these kids alone. But then I was like, oh, he's disrespecting that girl. Okay, that makes sense for you to stand up then.
Mhm.
Then they ended up leaving
They started like walking towards like the other end of the restaurant, not even towards the exit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
I was like following them, and there's like,
Yeah, it was weird. There was a weird group. It was like, but I feel like that. I don't think that was the first fight I've had happen during a beer dinner.
really?
Yeah, I want to say that I remember because people get trashed.
Oh yeah. I mean,
those
like,
things.
well, we could go through like 10 beers.
Usually, yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah. With like, granted, yeah, you have food the whole time, but I mean,
And like, it's not like a full beer each time,
No.
still, but it's like you're going up and down in percentages. It's like each time
Yeah.
it's a different beer, and still like you can get it refilled.
yeah.
So essentially, you could be drinking like a total of like at least 8 full beers, like
Yeah.
at minimum.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And yeah, that's true because we would only do like 5 dishes. So you'd have like a beer in the beginning, then you'd have a beer with the meal, then you'd have like a in between beer, then you'd have a beer with the meal, then in between. So it was
Mhm.
like, I mean, you were drinking and people would
A lot more drinking than eating.
a lot.
It's a
lot of
recipe
them
for
too-
disaster.
Yeah, a lot of them too. Like by the time they got like the final course, they're like, "Can you just box it up for me?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
It's like what? Drinking a lot of beer or something?
Yeah, yeah.
At the beer dinner?
Although
Hold up.
Yeah, wait a minute. Although the plus to that was that we would always get a bunch of beer to take home. Remember?
Oh yeah.
then-
Literally a box full of beer.
Yeah, and then our GM would try to be a dick and say we couldn't take it anymore. We're like, fuck you.
It's like what? We're just gonna sit in the back for months.
Oh, we have to
until
try to sell it. We could barely sell the beer that's on tap. You want us to fucking sell
Yeah.
these random ass ones?
Yeah, hey, we got 6 bottles of this beer in the back. You want it?
Yeah. Do you remember when we did I don't remember what the genre was, but I remember we had like a 12% beer in there. And they were like, you can't take that. And I was like, nobody in their right mind is going to buy it. First of all, the beer sucked. It was
Yeah,
disgusting.
it was like a barrel aged,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yes, it was.
Yeah, it was like a whiskey barrel aged.
It tasted like fermented whiskey with like beer in it, and it was not good.
Well, it didn't blend well,
It did
and
not.
it's the smell of whiskey makes me sick.
Does it?
Yeah, I'll drink like a whiskey ginger ale.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, but it's just
Interesting.
shots of whiskey.
I don't like shots. If I'm doing
Ugh.
shots, it's either got to be tequila or Fireball, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'll do tequila.
Yeah.
Hey, the first time we hung out, we did tequila shots.
Did we?
I rolled up. I was 19 years old, and you invited me to watch football one Sunday.
At Alex's.
I rolled up with a 30 rack,
Yep.
a Bud Light.
Yep.
I remember you gave me shit because I took the rest of them home.
You did.
I left some there. I was a broke
Although-
19-year-old.
Although I did give you shit because I was just trying to teach you the
Party etiquette. yeah.
Exactly, the party. Normally, when you bring something, you leave, but it was Bud Light, so it wasn't like they needed it
Mhm.
anyway.
You know, I was thinking about bringing a 30 rack here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I wanted us to drink something enjoyable, so
you're too
I opted
classy.
into something better.
Nice. Oh my god, I don't even know if I could drink Bud Light right now. The lightest beer like that I would like one of those that I would drink is I could rock some Michelob Ultras, or if I had to Coors.
I can do Coors.
Yeah, Coors isn't bad.
That's my party beer.
Yeah, like
Playing
that's-
games.
Yeah,
you know?
party games.
Mm,
Oh god, I miss a house party.
so
You know?
nice.
I know, I miss it. I just toward like the end of working at JB's, like the year and a half, I didn't really work. I just like was there.
Just autopilot.
Well, that and like, but I didn't remember. I would go in and be like, I don't want any tables,
Yeah.
and tell the host.
Oh,
it.
just yesterday.
Yeah.
I was at good old JB's.
Oh yeah.
I pull up, and the classic, hey, you're showing up, and in 30 minutes you're gonna get broken
Ah.
by the breaker because our beautifully constructed braking system. And he's like, hey, how bad do you want to work? I'm like, fucking not at all. What do you think?
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to go home? I'm like, yeah, I would fucking love to go home. So I get sent home, off on my way, 30 minutes on the clock. It's
Nice.
great.
That is the best feeling ever.
So good.
Oh my! Especially when you go into work and you're like, this. I don't want to fucking do this today. I'm not into it.
There's days where I'm just like, I have to pull myself like to get in my car to drive down to that fucking restaurant.
Yeah, dude. And you know what though? It didn't. The restaurant I'm at now, it's like I don't necessarily want to go back to that. You know what it is? I think I'm just sick of that area. I think I'm sick of
Yeah.
the clientele in that area.
Oh no, it's like
They're the worst.
you get a good group here and there. You know, ones that really
Yeah.
turn everything around,
Yeah.
turn the night around. Honestly, sometimes.
Which is sad though. Why should they have to do that because other people suck?
Yeah,
You know?
but then like I've literally had times where it's a day shift. You know, it's like I have a family, mother, father, child.
Yeah.
They're having a good time, like laughing. I'm cracking jokes. You know,
Yeah.
putting on my little charm.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a little
and
charm.
it's a little bit, and then at the end of the meal, they're like, "Oh, thank you, so great, thank you so much." All right, yeah, here's this, yeah, sign this, whatnot. This motherfucker, he wrote in a 3-cent tip
What?
on like $70.
What?
3 cents, like he wrote it in, like he literally put in. It's like let's say it was like 71.30.
Right.
He put 71.33. 3 fucking cents.
3 fucking cents.
And I went up to him, I'm like, hey, was everything good?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, it was good.
So why'd you leave me 3 cents on
Yeah, I'm like-
70?
Yeah, I'm like, so what's up? Like, you tipped me 3 cents. Like, oh, it's like that's just like what I believe in.
What you believe in.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And then like they leave. I'm like, what
See-
the fuck? Whenever I see a tweet or like a post on Instagram, it's like people saying like, oh, I didn't tip my server well. It's like I don't believe in tipping.
Ooh.
You know, it's like you see all those things. I always read the comments, see what people are feeling. It's like
Yeah.
people like, well, it's like if you fucking hate your job, like go get a better one. It's like, yeah, okay, like I get that to some extent. It's like some people are stuck in it. It's like when you're trapped in there, trying to make more money.
Yeah.
A lot of people say like, oh, I don't believe in tipping. It's like they should just be paid more. And I'm like, okay, thank you for believing in that, but that's like telling a homeless person, it's like you should be in a house.
Yeah.
And then they say like, oh, like, thank you. I think I should too. Like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Well, nothing.
Right.
It's like, I'm not going to like help you get into a house, but I think you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, Okay, and that's it. Nothing happens.
Right.
You know, it's like them saying that they don't believe in tipping and then just not tipping because they think servers should get a better wage doesn't fucking help.
It doesn't help because guess what? We're not getting that better wage. And I think people that don't believe in tipping should join the Kardashians on going to a private island and just fucking themselves. You know what I mean? Just get out. Because how do you not believe in... Everyone should have to work in the restaurant industry.
Oh, no.
Everyone.
I think every person who has worked in the restaurant industry has said that.
Oh, I think so too. Because if you don't believe in tipping, if you don't believe that service that you received, like, you're a terrible... I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like, I love when people try to do math on the check.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the one above the 9 or whatever. It's like, one, the math is wrong.
Right.
It's wrong. It
And
never
then that fucks us.
never adds up.
No.
And it's like, well, what were you trying to do? Were you going for 10%?
Yeah.
That's moving a decimal point, but okay, that's by all means do whatever math you want to do, but just fucking do it right. And it's always low. Whenever you see them doing math, it's like it's gonna be a bad tip.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
It's like we are in the year 2021. If you're trying to tell me that you can't figure out on your phone that is probably glued to your hand, how to tip properly. I mean, there's literally a button in the calculator to figure it out. So, because like I used to try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe they're in front of their spouse and they're too nervous to figure out how to do math right away. Or maybe they just don't know. Or maybe, but it's like, no, you fucking know. Technology's right there.
Yeah.
You know?
No more excuses. You've gotten this far.
Exactly.
How many restaurants have you been to where you paid the check and you filled in the tip?
Yep.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So get your shit together.
And get the fuck out.
Yeah. And I get it. It's like if you had a bad time, yeah, go ahead, say something.
Exactly. Listen.
It's like talk about it.
Talk about it. Bring it up to your server.
Yeah, if you got a problem, it's like, hey, don't come to me after you finish your food and say, hey, the steak was dry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one bite left. Okay,
Yeah.
well, nothing I can do about that.
Right.
And then you leave me a 5% tip.
Yep. I know.
What?
I'm so sick of that thought process of being like, ooh, I don't like to return food. Guarantee you a majority, probably 90% of servers would prefer you to send something back and get something you would rather eat than you to sit there and eat something you don't like and then tip us shitty for it.
Yeah.
It's our job to get you what you want.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling a little tip of the week.
Tip of the week. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like a good one?
A good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, like a cash tip, right?
No, like a
your dining out tip.
a dining out tip, or is that reserved for the end of the show?
No, we can do it now. We can do it now.
You know, I'm just feeling a good one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do one of our fun segments. Dining out tip of the week. All right, Evian.
You're damn right. So, I mean, in that same line, if you don't like something, please tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us. Like, we'll fix it for you. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, oh, that doesn't taste good, too salty, whatever. We'll get something new for you right away.
Yeah.
You know, in the meantime, you want some fries to munch on? I don't even care.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't care less about if the restaurant loses some fries or some chips. I really don't fucking care.
And neither do they. Neither does the restaurant.
They account for it even.
Right.
So it's like if you don't like your food, let us know right away.
Right.
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Like, believe in yourself. Be confident in yourself. Let us know. We'll get it fixed sooner rather than later. That way you're not lamenting on it and just thinking about it the whole meal, and then just it affects our tip.
Yeah. Because it's not fair, too, if you sit there in silence and you kind of nibble at something and we come to the table and we're like, how was everything? And you look at us and go, yeah, it was okay. And then, it's the end of the meal. Whoever you're with is already done. And we're like, oh, well, did you not like it? Can we get you something? No, I'm okay. Okay, great. But I didn't cook that food for you.
Yeah.
I didn't order that food for you. You did.
Yeah.
So just be honest and say, I didn't like it. Can I get something else? Or I didn't like it. I'm so sorry. I'm not really hungry. And we'll take it off the bill, but don't ding us for your mistake.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
restaurant.
there's a lot of times where I'll come back 2 times. Everything tasting good? Yeah. Okay, I'll come back another time. Need refills? No. Everything tasting good still? It's like, yeah, it's good. Come back around the 3rd time. They're almost finished. Yeah, like this didn't taste very good. It's like, whoa. I was here 2 other times.
Yep.
You could have said something. You had taken bites before then.
Yep.
So now I just think you're lying.
Well, then they pull the whole, well, I don't know where you've been. You don't know where I've been? Because I think I refilled your Pepsi 4 different times.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean? That's my favorite when you ask, and well, I didn't know where you went. Or, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm doing my job.
Yeah. I got eyes on you at all times. I don't need to fucking be sitting there like bibbing off your face when you eat shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like, and like you're saying, if they weren't hungry or something, if you order something big and you take a few bites and you realize, oh, I'm not that hungry.
Yeah.
Don't go fucking complaining about it.
Just because you don't feel like paying
Box it up, take it home.
Box it up and take it home. Exactly.
Reheat it later.
Yeah. You don't like leftovers? Give it to a homeless person.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You know?
Pay it for it. I don't care what you do, but don't ask for them to take it off the bill. Say, oh, I didn't like it. It was like too salty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like it was like this, and fuck you.
It's my favorite because it's like okay, for instance, at JB's we had a specific dish, grilled chicken Alfredo. For some God knows what reason we had that. The most disgusting dish on the menu.
Most
that was
popular one.
Most popular dish / most disgusting dish on the menu.
Can't make that at home.
For fucking $17. I can make $17 worth of chicken Alfredo for like
oh God, it'd feed me for a week.
It feeds you for a week.
Maybe more.
I could go to like a food soup kitchen and make that for like a whole group of homeless people.
Oh yeah.
For the same amount. Ridiculous. But people would order that. And I, as a server, I'm always honest. And when they order it and they're like, I'm going to get the grilled chicken Alfredo, I'll literally be like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, that's what I want. And I'm like, okay, but it's not good. You know what I mean? It's not good. And they would be like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, cool. So I'm going to get 0 tip. And we'd bring it out and it'd be disgusting.
Yep.
And it's like, I warned you.
Yeah.
I work here. I know what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I've seen it 100 times, literally.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you maybe you want some more sauce. I can ring that in for you. It's like, oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. It's like you're trying to be like humble and shit. It's like, but like, let me help you. Like, I know the trade secrets, of this specific place.
Exactly. It's a little dry. Why didn't you just ask for that sauce then?
Yeah, it's like, well, I can get you more sauce.
It's not hard. Yeah. It's funny because I understand like the whole like you're scared to send stuff back, or oh, this doesn't taste right, or oh, if you just let that server know, if you just let them know in a kind way, you just like, hey man, I'm so sorry, I asked for a side of ranch, can I get that? Oh yeah, cool, because we have 1,000 things running through our heads at the time. But then you ding me $20 because I forgot your ranch.
Yeah, actually, my crazy story.
Crazy.
Working at a restaurant, you get some crazy stories.
Don't.
So my sweet girlfriend, my breadwinning girlfriend.
Yes.
She used to work at the same restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
She had a table come in, party of like 10, 12 or something.
Oh, God. What table did they sit at? 305?
305.
Worst table ever.
You already know.
First of all, just so everyone knows, when you're a server, you don't associate people with their names. You associate them by table numbers. Mm-hmm. So we'll be talking shit about a table, about people at a table, and instead of us saying like, oh, that blonde girl or whatever, we'll be like, oh, table 305, oh, table 410 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you have no idea what we're talking about. But in this specific restaurant that we worked at, table 305 was notorious for being the absolutely worst table. It probably could fit 12 adults comfortably, and they would squeeze like 15 to 20, and it was like clockwork. Everyone would tip like shit.
It was a big crescent moon shape.
Yes.
You know, so like if someone in the middle wanted to get out, everyone on one side had to get out.
Had to get out, or they crawled under the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these people showed up 30 minutes before closing.
Okay.
Classic.
Okay. I have
Dining out tip of the week.
a second dining out tip of the week. Folks, check Yelp, check online. If a restaurant is closing in 30 minutes and you have a group bigger than 4 people, don't go in. Don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Order to go. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, well, fuck. Maybe don't even order to go.
Maybe don't even
That's
order
tough.
to go.
I
depending
like
on
that
what
would
you're
be
getting.
acceptable. You know, it's like you're not deliberately wasting someone's fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can take it, get the hell out of there.
Exactly. You know, most of the food takes no more than 20 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so these people showed up. It's about 10 or 12 people. Let's say 12.
Okay.
They show up right before close.
Right.
They all take about like 20 minutes to order.
Uh-huh.
So we're closing in 10 minutes. My girlfriend is serving this table.
Yeah.
It's already a pain in the ass. You know, I feel bad for her. I'm doing my closing side work.
Right. Oh, you're there. You were there. Oh, wow. Okay.
I was there.
Okay. So you were probably what?
I was
cocktail?
there.
You cocktail? Or were you bartending?
I was thinking it was cocktail or something.
Yeah, probably.
I've never bartended.
Oh, you haven't?
Fuck no.
Thank God.
Too much effort. I gotta care enough.
No, it's so much less care there. I used
That's
to slang
true.
free shit to people so much.
That's true.
It was crazy. Anyway.
Anyway, so these people are hanging out. 10 minutes before close, they got their food ordered. And then they get their food.
10 minutes before close, she just took their food order.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Kept saying like, oh, we don't know
Of
what I
course.
want to eat. It's like, oh, sorry. It's like, oh, yeah, really sorry. Fuck you.
Yeah.
They get their food, you know. Oh, hey, it's this lady's birthday. Oh, yeah, all right. So we'll get you free dessert.
Great.
Oh, what's that? My girlfriend didn't sing happy birthday to them. Oh.
Because we're not required to at that restaurant.
No, we're not required to, and no one should fucking be required to.
No.
We're human beings. We're not dancing monkeys here.
No.
Let's have 2021. Let's respect fucking servers as human beings.
Please, God.
Is that too much to ask for?
I don't know. They don't respect people of color, so I guess they probably won't respect servers.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like there's no respect flying anywhere out here.
No.
You know, it's anyway. So she didn't sing happy birthday. It's like a $250 check.
Of course.
Now,
I feel like that's average for that table.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If everyone orders at least one thing, it's like
Oh,
$250.
Yeah.
And it's now 30 minutes after closing.
Mm-hmm.
No tip.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't tip a single thing.
No tip.
Nothing. No tip. And they wrote on the check, did not sing happy birthday. No
Oh.
tip. And then you think that would be it. That would be the end. Like she comes to me, she's pissed. She's like, they didn't fucking tip me. It's like because I didn't have to
Wait
sing
a
happy
minute.
birthday. And she saw that and she went up and she said, I'm very sorry. Like, we don't have to sing happy birthday. I wanted you all to do it together.
I feel like I was there on
You
this
might have
shift.
been there. And she went up to them. She talked to them. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like we don't
Was
have
it a
to.
group of guys?
Majority. Like there were some adult women.
It was
there.
all adults though.
All adults. Yeah.
I think I kind of remember them.
And then we're hanging out there. It's like she's all like venting to me. I'm like, I get that. Like, I'm sorry.
Should we add though that your girlfriend is literally like the sweetest?
Oh, she's
most
so sweet.
kind-hearted. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't even have. I don't think in her facial muscles does she have resting bitch face possible. Like she's just all around just a genuine person.
She's just. I mean, she's with me, so she can put up with anything. I mean, like, do I have to say it? Is that what you want from me?
Yes.
All
that's
right.
what
All
we
right.
wanted.
But she's super sweet.
Yeah.
Sweetest woman
Yeah.
alive. And then we're closing. You know, obviously we're 30 minutes past close.
Yep.
After she already went up to them and said, hey, I'm sorry that you feel like that way. It's like, we don't have to sing happy birthday. I wanted you all to do it together.
Right.
And they're like, oh, no, like, we're upset that you didn't do that. It's her birthday. Like, why would you do that? And then she's like, okay, like, I'm sorry. And then they're standing outside looking at her from outside, like looking through the window, just gazing her down, like 3-4 guys.
What the fuck?
Like, just staring her down, like. And then, like, I go up to her, like, we're doing our little, like, side work and cash out and shit. And she's like, they're staring at me. And I look out there. I'm like, what the fuck?
And the deep down rage came out, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, and I was pissed. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
I go out there. I'm like, what's up? He's like, what do you mean, what's up? I'm like, why are you staring at her? He's like, what do you mean, why am I staring? I'm like, no. I'm like, why are you staring at her?
Yeah.
Like, you're making her feel uncomfortable. Like, you don't go not tipping her, getting mad at her for not
Did you
singing
say
happy
that?
birthday.
You don't say that on tipping her? Did you say
No,
that?
I literally everything.
Oh my
This
God,
is
I love it.
damn near verbatim.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, she doesn't like the way that you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, stand out here the way you are. It's like, what do you mean the way where we are? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you're staring at this young woman just trying to do her fucking job.
Right.
Okay, I didn't say fuck, but I was still on the clock. and this guy's like, what do you mean the way I am? Because I'm insert race. I'm like, I'm not trying to make it a race thing. It's like this guy.
Fuck.
I'm just like, no, sir, it has nothing to do with your race. Like, you are intimidating this young woman. It's like, please don't do that. The manager comes up and this guy like starts getting up in my grill. The guy like he starts coming up to me and the manager starts walking up. And I'm like, no, sir, it's like, that's not
Oz?
okay.
Was Oz the manager at the time?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Definitely was Oz.
And thank God he was backing me up.
Right.
And I'm like, no, like they're literally staring at her, trying to intimidate her after not tipping her.
Right.
And coming in like 10 minutes before closing. Like, what the hell are you trying to do, man? This is a young girl. Like, you think you're tough?
Yeah.
You think you're tough trying to intimidate a 20-year-old girl?
Exactly.
Like, what are you trying to do?
Exactly.
Big fucking tough guy?
Oh, you're so cool because you came to a restaurant and didn't tip.
Yeah,
I
didn't
hope
tip.
that's the conversation they have at like a group party and they're like, oh, man, I went out the other day. I didn't even tip that bitch. Like,
yeah, they're like, fuck this bitch. I didn't tip her.
yeah. And then like a asteroid falls on your house and then we're happy again.
Hey, bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada
That's the
boom.
way it rolls out.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So what happened? What ended up happening?
Well, they just, like, manager asked them to leave.
Oh, okay.
And then talked to the manager. He said, like, what's going on? It's like, well, they were staring at her. They were literally standing at the window. It looked like a fucking horror movie. Like some sort of thing like you jump scare. You know, it's like,
yeah.
there's like 2 or 3 of them standing
Yeah.
in the window just looking at her. And I'm like,
Ew.
what? Like,
Ew.
one, it's like, it's creepy.
It's so creepy.
Like, I don't know if it was a sexual thing
Yeah.
or what,
Yeah.
but
Well, if it was a sexual thing, let's take it back really quick. If they were trying to stare at her for like to get her attention, maybe don't not tip her.
yeah.
Just an idea.
Yeah, yeah. Here's another little bonus tip. If you want to maybe get your server's number, tip them well.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at all.
Or at all. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Oh, poor Hannah. I mean, it's that's not unfortunately the first time I've heard a story like that, which is crazy. You know?
Well, and it's unfortunate for especially like younger servers
Yeah.
to just get taken advantage
Yep.
of in those situations
Yep.
and being like kind of overpowered. And then what are you supposed to do? Like
Right.
1 versus 12?
Exactly.
You know,
Grown men.
grown men like who should know better.
Exactly.
And like they think they're powerful for intimidating a young girl.
Exactly. Like I do they get to go home and go, "Oh, yeah, I feel really good about
Yeah,
that
they're
tonight."
like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking made that girl so scared. It was
Yeah,
great.
dude. So say all fucking 8 of us dudes, dude?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys ready to fuck each other in the ass too? All right, cool. I'm just kidding. I'm LGBTQ friendly. All about hitting. But what I'm saying is that maybe they were in the closet gays.
They just weren't ready yet.
They just weren't ready. Wow, poor that. Yeah, that is a.
I was
Please, for the love of God, folks, do not require your server to sing happy birthday. If you're taking someone out for their birthday and you want that server to sing, go up to them and say, "Hey, I know this sucks. I'm sorry, but can you please, like, it's just me and her. Can you please just sing with us?" And they'll
like,
do
I'll,
it.
I'll sing with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if that's the case, like, hey, it's her birthday, his, her, she, him, they
Yes.
birthday, and I will sing with you. I know it's unfortunate. It's like, hey, I'm gonna tip you well. It's like this is their birthday.
Just
I'll do it with you. Like, let's have some fun. Like, let's
Sure.
make a good time out of it.
Yeah, I have no problem if somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Hey, can you please just sing with us? Like, it's so and so." Great. If you ask for that,
Cool.
I'll end up doing it.
Yeah. What's their name? You know,
What's the-
let's do it.
Yeah, fine. But because here's the situation with that is that I bet you if she had sang happy birthday, they would have been upset about that. Like it would have been. It's one
Oh
thing
no,
or the other.
there was no tip.
There
There's
was
no
no
tip
tip.
coming regardless.
They walked in
Not at all.
knowing they were not tipping, which is the unfortunate part about that specific restaurant because I feel like a lot of people walk in. Do you know how many people when I worked there would, when they were finished eating, would come up to me and be like, "So do I pay up front?" And I'm like, "This isn't
Yeah.
fucking Denny's."
Yeah, it's yeah.
And I'll
It's
say
not some
Denny's 'cause
old-
Denny's. No,
Yeah.
Denny's has good breakfast.
I
though.
do.
I do fucks with
I
the
go to
breakfast.
Denny's.
I go to Denny's.
I fucking love
But guess
Denny's.
what? I know how Denny's works. You sit down, you tip your server at the table, then you go up and you pay your fucking bill. It's simple.
Or you go up, get your cash broken down, go give it to your server
And go give it
directly.
to your server. Just because things are different, just because you pay at the front or you picked up your food or, you didn't have time to eat and you got it all boxed up, still fucking tip, okay?
Yeah.
Bottom line.
There's those telltale signs for
Oh, yeah.
like the no tip.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of them. Do we pay up front?
Yep.
It's like never tip.
Never tips.
Also, if they order double potatoes. Notice this is one of them.
Oh, yeah.
If they order, you get 2 sides, you get the fries and the baked potato.
Yeah.
That's a no.
Do you ever look at them and you're like,
Guaranteed.
you understand that that's both potatoes, right?
Yeah.
And they'll go, well,
I even know I make a joke out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a potato night, huh? It's like, yeah, we're doubling up on potatoes. They're like, oh, yeah. It's like, do you realize that fries are potatoes?
yeah,
It's
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either.
Quite honestly, yeah.
You got potatoes with another side of potatoes.
Right. Okay. What
That's
else?
a telltale sign.
Do you have any others? I know a couple, but I'm waiting for you.
Strawberry lemonades all around.
Strawberry. When you
That's it.
order, this is how you 100% know because granted, great strawberry lemonade is delicious. I understand that.
For one glass.
But when you order a strawberry lemonade, and then you go, are there free refills?
Yeah.
No tip.
Oh.
No tip at all.
Not a chance.
Not even close because they're probably going to order the grilled chicken Alfredo and they're going to hate it.
Oh.
So,
If you have more than one grilled chicken Alfredo.
I mean, there are telltale signs. And it's funny because I thought like maybe those were specific to that specific restaurant, but they're not. They're not.
Oh, yeah.
At my current restaurant, we also have strawberry lemonade, and I know the second that it gets ordered, I go, no tip. No tip.
I'm going to stop trying.
Yeah.
It's like that should be common knowledge. If someone doesn't want to tip, they should be required to say it at the beginning of the meal.
I agree. If you are planning on not tipping at all, you should have to walk in and go, just so you know, I don't tip.
Yeah. Yeah, say, like, fill out a little questionnaire. If you don't feel like tipping, fill out a little thing, when you first get there, saying I don't tip.
Yeah.
At least we all stand on the same ground.
Exactly. Because guess what? Just because you don't tip doesn't mean that you're not going to get served. You're just not going to get served great.
Yeah.
I just am going to get you the bare minimum.
Yeah. You don't want to tip, I will give you the bare minimum.
That's it.
It's like, and if you want to tip, it's like, I will give you above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's literally what my job entails.
Exactly. What people don't understand is that you don't just go out to eat to just eat. You go out for the experience.
Yeah.
You're going out to enjoy, to not have to worry about everything, to just have some fun. And that's our jobs. We make it fun for you. And granted, I'm sorry, some servers don't do that. And that's your prerogative on what you decide.
Yeah.
But a lot of the servers are fun. They get you everything you need. They're on top of it. They should be rewarded for their service. That's the whole point of tipping.
Yeah. That's literally what the whole industry is based around.
Exactly.
In America.
Exactly. I've actually had this conversation. Sorry, we're drinking beer. We're burping a lot.
I'm a burpy boy.
We're
If it goes silent, it's us burping.
Yeah. If you hear us go, and then it's probably a burp. And now I forgot my point. Oh, I was talking to my cousin about this, the one that you just met. He how old are you?
23.
What?
Yeah.
You're only 23?
I mean, I'm 27.
Fuck you. No,
Huh?
be 23. Own that shit. But my cousin is 25 and he's a very juvenile 25. But he's still trying to understand the concept of tipping. Like, we've gotten in so many arguments in regards to this.
Mm-hmm.
And now he starts to understand, like, at a restaurant, great. But then there's so many other places that you're supposed to tip at that people don't think to. Like, People don't think that they're supposed to tip their delivery drivers. People don't think that they're supposed to tip the a weed shop. Why? If people have a tip bucket out, you're supposed to tip. Granted, you're not supposed to tip. Like servers, genuinely, it's a 20%. Takeout, when you take out food or you have it delivered, it's generally 10% is understanding. Same with like a weed shop, same with like your hairdresser, same with like anything, because and so we've had this argument in regards to like the weed shop specifically, because he's like, well, they're just doing their job. And I'm like, but we go into these shops, and the specific one that I go to, Gradius on Lancashire, it's dope. They're so polite. They're so helpful. They're so understanding. They take the time for you to like let you pick out, look at everything. When somebody gives you that kind of level of service, a tip is required. You're supposed to tip them that.
See, me personally, I mean, I've never been to a weed shop. No, actually one. One. I used to smoke weed.
But
when
how
I first
long
moved
ago
here.
has it been that you've been to that weed shop?
Oh, 4 years.
Right.
So I went there one time.
Yeah, and I think that it's I don't want to say it's taboo, but I don't think people understand yet.
Yeah.
But I have an understanding that because like, if I don't know if I'm supposed to tip you or not, I'll look it up online.
Yeah.
Like a mechanic. I didn't know. Am I supposed to tip
I
a
thought
mechanic?
about that too.
You're actually not supposed to tip a mechanic, just for everybody. But like a car wash, you tip the people that are washing your car.
Yeah. You know, give them a little, like, throw them a few little bit of bills. Yeah.
It's not like $100 tip. It's a couple dollars.
Yeah. It's like, hey, they're doing a good job. Hey,
exactly.
There you go. And it's like, you know, at the bottom of, like, the end of the day, little things like that, they make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone just working their ass off, grinding away. A couple extra dollars? At minimum.
At minimum.
Changes someone's fucking day.
Yeah. And it's funny because those couple dollars are not going to mean anything to you. You're like, whatever, out of sight, out of mind. But
you could lose them. You could drop them, not even care.
Exactly. Yeah. But to that person that you're giving them to, it's like the world. You don't understand. Like when we get a tip, I can only speak because we've ever worked in a restaurant, but like I'm not sure how it is for, car dealership or car washes and stuff. But when I get a tip that is 20% on a bill, it's sad that I have to get happy about that.
Yeah.
It should be expected, but I see it and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. Because I can only vouch for myself, but I know you're a phenomenal. I know when there's a good server. Mm-hmm. And they deserve it. I mean, you're so kind and like bubbly to your tables, and you make them happy and laugh. Same with me. I make them laugh and have fun. Why shouldn't we be like rewarded for that?
Yeah.
Because guess what? The next server at that other restaurant didn't do that for you. And you had a good time, but it wasn't great. But our times was reward people for that.
Yeah, like I'm literally busting my ass. Like you don't see it because I put on a facade.
Exactly.
It's like if you want to see like what I'm feeling right now, by all means I can show you that.
Yeah.
That won't be fun.
Yeah.
But I'm here masking my emotions, giving you a good time, cracking jokes, literally selling myself.
Yes.
I mean, that's the way it is. Like a lot of businesses or industries are like that.
Right.
But it's like, it's just the most shit on in the service industry.
Exactly. And I think people fail to realize that we are human just like them. So we also, just because we're at work and we are, have a smile on our face doesn't mean that other things in our life aren't going on.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about other things. I mean, the mindset of like a server is like how I picture the DMV works. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a whole cluster of a bunch of bullshit that you just kind of keep track of and keep seeing.
It's barely holding on.
It's barely holding on.
Yeah.
I mean, we are on the brim of like, I think every server, every shift is on like the verge of a psychotic break.
Oh, there's been times I've gone to the back, I've punched a wall.
Yeah.
That was a cement wall. I did not think that through. There's like a little paneling on it. Didn't think it's California.
Do they have cement in California even?
Yeah, I mean, where I come from, we don't build houses out of cement like that. And just
do you build them just out of wood so you could just hit holes through them?
Yeah, it's like whatever we can, scavenge. Just wheat, straw. It's Wood if we find enough trees.
Do you have an issue with wolves like doing a lot of blowing over there? Or what?
Yeah. Huff and they puff and they blow it all down.
Always. Those bastards.
Stuff. You know what? We've gone down a negative path. How about we get a good one?
Okay.
You know, a nice story.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I became 21 while working at a restaurant.
Nice.
You know, it's fun. You were working there at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was.
When I became 21. You helped with my initiation into the world of being 21. Everyone knew I had a fake ID at the time. And my manager...
Oh, wait. Did you have a party at your house afterwards that we all go to or something?
Yes.
Okay, I remember. Okay.
And our manager got me a birthday cake. You know, it's like that's one thing. They were very nice about doing that.
They did take care of us then.
Yeah, they took care of us on our birthdays, you know, special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
And my birthday cake said, finally legally 21. They were all very aware I had a fake ID. And one of our traditions was getting a handful of whipped cream and getting someone in the face.
Yep.
And I got triple teamed in the middle of my shift.
Yep.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
And I had to go upstairs, wash it all out. And you can't get it all out.
Ooh, and the worst smell
The smell.
is like dried up whipped cream.
It starts like getting like, it starts to smell.
I know it.
When you leave cream out. The smell when you leave cream out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's terrible. I had that in my hairs, in my eyebrows, on my eyelashes. I just couldn't get it out. And I was living with that smell for the rest of my shift. It's like, yeah, it was great. But
The whole time you wanted to just throw up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully, at the end of my shift, my manager bought me a shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of, we do talk a lot of negative about serving, but there is a lot of beautiful things to serving, and
Camaraderie.
The camaraderie is, I think the camaraderie is what keeps most people in serving.
Oh, yeah.
And the friendships that you make and the people, because a restaurant can be super, super shitty and they could be a really terrible restaurant as far as like dining out, but then, you know, to get a birthday cake for you that's nice, you know.
That means a lot.
It means a lot. It means they at least acknowledge that you're a human being that has a birthday. And especially at the restaurant that we were at, if you were there long enough, like you had to develop relationships with everybody because it's where you spent most of your time.
Yeah.
And for them to do, I mean, that camaraderie, you can't beat it at any other job. Maybe a fucking doctor's, like a hospital, but
yeah.
Other than that, you can't get that camaraderie anywhere else.
You spend a lot of time with those people.
Spend a lot of time with those people.
And like developing those relationships, that's like your core group.
It's your core group, especially
Really?
while you're working, and you know,
You rely on one another.
Yeah.
And like
You see the worst.
yeah, you see the very worst.
Yeah.
I've seen your worst.
You've definitely seen
Yeah.
my worst.
I don't know if you saw my worst. I don't know if we had a lot of serving shifts together.
I don't know if do you have a worst? I don't even know if you
I've
have
had my
that.
moments. I like to
Yeah.
do it in private.
Oh, do you?
I'll go in the back. I'll punch a wall. I'll rage out. I see. Like I don't get angry often, but when I do, it's like a culmination of all the wrongdoings in my life coming together. And then I need to break something.
Yeah, I get
There's
that.
been times where I've been holding a glass
Mhm.
and I just want to throw it on the ground so bad.
You should.
I should.
You should. See, I'm Italian, so my fuse is about as long as a micro penis. Like it is. It's not there. So
Let me check it. Wow, pretty short.
Pretty short. Wow, your fuse is small. So I mean, you know me. I would the second I'm pissed off about something, I'll kick open the kitchen doors like it's fucking.
Oh yeah.
Like the Roman Empire. I'm
yeah.
like, and I freak out.
This is the kitchen.
Yeah. This is spot. I mean, I probably couldn't be more obvious with my emotions if I tried.
Yeah.
But it's just, that's what it does to you. It brings it out of you. And I mean, I'm like the best / worst like employee because I'm not robotic at all. I will not follow your script.
Yeah.
I will not go, well, hello, welcome to JB's. Here we have this, and that. We're known for this, and we have this. Would you like to add on that to your thing? No, Because you know what? I don't like that when I go out to eat.
Hell no.
Hell no.
You want some personality.
I want personality. I want fun. I want excitement. I want this person to connect with me emotionally. And, you know, so that's what I do. So, I mean, we're a little opposite on that level. I'll freak the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm not
No
sticking to that script either.
What one? Oh, the script of. Oh yeah, I know. Fuck that.
It's like every restaurant, you know, they want you to talk about their app that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, or their this, you know, kind of membership that they have. It's like, I don't care.
And they
It's not
think,
gonna give me a tip.
No, and they think, oh, if you suggest this, it'll upsell. Yeah, guess what? If I also read the fucking room and I can tell they can't afford an appetizer, that's gonna work too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, this couple who looked like they're 15 and he's taking her out for like a cheap Valentine's dinner 3 days before Valentine's Day doesn't want a fucking appetizer.
Yeah.
I know. It's that's. I feel like I want to blame like the people that run restaurants, like the higher ups, because they have no fucking idea. But it's I don't know. I don't know who to blame anymore.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I don't like, you can't hate on them for that. You know, it's like, you got to run a business. Yes.
And I get that.
But
I get that.
at the same time, it's like, you knew what you were signing up for.
I
guess we all
know.
did.
We did.
You
We
know,
did.
but so did they.
And you know what? And that's funny because how many managers do you come across who just like trying to make you feel like even more shit? But it's like, because they're like, oh, I'm here fucking 12 hours a day. I never see my family. Well, you signed up to be a fucking manager, asshole. I didn't sign up for that shit.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm still a server and I've been here for 7 years? Because I don't want to fucking move up.
Yeah. It's like, that's, I don't know why anyone opens restaurants.
I don't know why anybody thinks I'm going to be a manager at a restaurant.
Yeah. The food industry is one of the shittiest industries ever.
Ever. I used to work in a bank too, so I can compare. And I thought a bank was terrible because I thought people would come in with like $10 in their account and thought they owned you, you know? But I thought that was the worst ever. And then I worked at a restaurant and I'm like, no, not even close.
Oh.
Not even close.
People with the 3-cent tips thinking they run your life.
I would rather you left nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're going to leave anything less than, let's say, a 10% tip, just don't leave anything.
Just don't do it.
Just don't. Because, fuck
you. If you feel that strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're, even so, it's like if you're trying to make ends meet, you want your family to go out to dinner.
Right.
Order takeout.
Or
the gesture's there.
Exactly.
You're buying a meal or make something. You know, I think making a meal is more sentimental than going out and not tipping your server at some corporate restaurant that is so similar to every other restaurant you've seen.
Yeah.
It's like, just stay at home.
Just stay home.
Make something. Put some effort into something.
Yeah.
It'll be cheaper too.
It'll be cheaper. If you don't like to tip, here, this is going to be the official Dining Out Tip of the Week. What was it? It was,
Do it again.
Dining Out Tip of the Week.
More like tip of the year. So, if you can't afford to go out and you want to do something sentimental, go to the grocery store. You have the internet. It's 2021.
Yeah.
You have access to the internet.
Yeah.
You have a car. Even if you don't, you still have the internet. You can order groceries.
Yes.
Make something at home.
Yeah.
Order a bottle of wine.
Bottle.
Get a bottle of wine. You know, you really like grilled chicken Alfredo? Guess what? You can make that at home.
It's so easy.
3 steps.
3 steps.
Noodles, chicken, sauce.
Boom.
There you go. You can get some wine, light a candle. You can do it at home.
You can do it all at home. Everyone.
If you're really trying to make ends meet, you want to do something nice.
Exactly.
Do that.
If you don't like to tip, if you hate to tip, if you don't think tipping is necessary, do not go out to eat. get takeout.
So simple.
I'd much rather be stiffed at takeout than I would serving you. I promise you that.
Absolutely.
Promise you that. All right, we're gonna wrap up this podcast, but we have one more segment to do, and it's kind of one of my favorite segments. This is Yelp review. Break. The best part of the show.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna break down a Yelp review.
Yelp review.
Okay. This week's Yelp review is from Jane L. in Los Angeles, California. She rated this specific restaurant 1 star on November 5th, 2020.
It's unfortunate.
And this is, and by the way, there is a response from the management on this one that we will also read because I think that's very exciting. Okay. So this is Jane L's review. Came here for dinner, and boy, was it terrible. It started with parking. I have a baby, so I tried parking in structure, and I was told I have to pay $4.50 to park there. No signs that specify that. Okay, I'm gonna immediately stop.
Let's start there.
Let's start there. Take the reins. Go ahead.
That's not true. Yeah, that's just not true. No. You're already looking for a free shot right there. You know, if the parking in structure is free.
Yeah.
Valet parking, not free.
No. And to attack your other statement, no signs that specify that, 100% there is a big old sign right at the valet desk that says that. It says valet $4.50, self-parking upstairs.
And there's cones directing you.
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
So Jane L.
You're already off to a bad
Are
start.
you okay enough to raise this child?
Yeah, like, do we need to call, like, Children and Family Services on you because you obviously have some sort of eyesight issue?
Yeah.
To where you can't read signs. That's scary.
Well, we'll push on, see if you redeem yourself.
We'll push on. Okay. I think we're still talking about parking here because she said, the lady was extremely rude. Only thing should have said to me is how I would like to pay. But clearly this was not the case. Okay. I'm gonna pause right there. Something that a lot of people seem to not understand is that the valet parking at this specific restaurant has nothing to do with the restaurant.
Yeah.
It has to do with the people that own the building that is next to the specific restaurant who don't let people park there. So then they require they require this restaurant to pay to have a valet there. Mm-hmm. So listen, we're in the same boat. We don't want you to have to pay valet for a shitty restaurant. We don't want that. Especially we don't want you to come into the restaurant already mad because you had to pay it. But it's out of our control. We don't have control over that.
Yeah. They don't own, they are leasing this building.
Leasing.
And that is the case with most places with valet parking.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they don't own the building. It's like it is a requirement that they have to set some sort of certain standard for their area because they have to follow a certain code.
Exactly.
And that does not fall on anyone within the restaurant that you will interact with.
No.
That is no one's call.
That's not even the fucking owner of the whole entire company's call. They don't get to make that call.
Yeah.
Continuing on with the Yelp review. Next, I used the restroom inside the restaurant. They were not clean.
Oh.
There were paper towels all over the floor. No toilet paper, really. Or is she trying to say no toilet paper, really?
Is there punctuation?
There is punctuation. She has a question mark.
After the really?
After the really. Yeah, but there's a comma after paper towels all over the floor, comma, no toilet paper, really.
No toilet paper, really?
So the way that her sentence is written, is she's saying, like, no toilet paper, really. Like, there wasn't really a lot of toilet paper.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, there's no toilet paper? It's like...
No. That's how she wanted it to come across.
Yeah.
But she wrote it like, There's some toilet paper,
Yeah,
but not really.
but
any
not
toilet
really.
paper.
It's
Yeah.
like there's not an abundance of toilet paper.
Exactly. So Jane, maybe just check your grammar. Okay. Finally, we get to order our meal with Jean. I think we know what Jean we're talking about. Our waitress. She was very nice, but seemed a bit overwhelmed. Introduced herself after she brought our drinks. Come on, where's your customer service skills?
Well, okay, to break that one down.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your server walks up to you and says, "Hi, how you doing? Welcome to said restaurant." If you start saying, "I want this," there's not enough time for them to introduce themselves in an organic way.
Great point.
You know, so if you're going to get mad at them and really chop them for that, like, that's on you.
Yeah.
It's
Jane.
like, you know, give them some space.
Exactly.
And it's like, and I love these reviews where they break down their whole experience.
Right.
I'm surprised she's not saying, like, terrible traffic on the 5. It's like, I had such a terrible time on the freeway, and there was all this traffic. Someone cut me off, and then I had to wait 2 lights to get to this restaurant just to be met by valet parking. It's like, because they really break it down from the second they come within the vicinity of the restaurant.
Right.
And it's like, do you really care what their name is? It's like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you're it seems like you're coming in looking for a shitty time. So
Yeah.
do you care what their name is?
And
It really doesn't seem like you do.
no, and to be honest with you, how do you know she didn't introduce herself? Half the time, people don't even listen to us when we first walk up to them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that she introduced herself after just getting your drinks, that's great. Half the time, I don't even introduce myself because I don't want you to know my name.
Yeah.
Because you're probably a bitch. Jane, you sound like a bitch. And you're probably somebody I don't really feel like serving anyway because you don't have... you think I don't have customer service skills? You probably don't have social skills.
Yeah.
So...
If you're going to judge that, your customer service based off of your name,
Yeah.
like delivering your name to a person within the first 5 minutes,
Right.
then you really don't understand what customer service is all about.
Exactly. Because the reason I know she got upset about this is because she used 7 question marks. 7
Wow.
within two
Now,
sentences.
I'm no mathematician,
Right.
but 7 is a lot for question marks.
That's a lot of question marks. That's because you know why? Not only, okay, so she said, introduced herself after she brought our drinks, 3 question marks. Come on, where's your customer service skills? 4 question marks, and then a period.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So it's like this
We're
is
all over the board here.
I mean,
No commas, improper use of question marks.
yeah.
They're just all over the and then a period after the question marks.
So it's like she kind of said it like, "Come on, where's your customer service skills?" Huh. Yeah. So Jane, you're already off to a bad start because you don't know how to type correctly.
My literature teacher would be very upset.
I know, Mrs. King would be pissed.
King.
That was my English teacher. Okay. Then we begin to get our food. So, okay, I just wanted to read a little ahead before I don't want to say like a statement if it was going to come up after. It is going to. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading. Then we begin to get our food. Every tome, because she spelled every time with an O.
Every tome.
Every time I eat at any restaurant, they always bring me Archie. I see you. Hello. My dog is he needs so much attention. Every time I eat at any restaurant, they always bring my food at the same time. All appetizers at the same time, and then my entree. Not the case here. Comma. I received my appetizers in 3 stages. First, I received my fries, which were extremely toasty.
Good.
I know, right? I know. Like, cook really overcooked them. That's what she says. Cook. Okay. Then my pizza was burned. Not burnt.
Oh,
burn.
Her pizza was burned.
No, burn.
No, burn. Just burn.
Just burn. Bit through it, and it was hard. Then they brought my knots. Holy, these were rocks. At this point, we had to tell Jean. She replaced them, and guess what? Hard again. WTH is going on here.
I think I'm getting hard again.
Lastly, our chicken came out with very little sauce, extremely dry. Sadly, I have lost my appetite. Then, 1 hour into our din out. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay. Then 1 hour into our din, we finally receive our tri-tip sliders. Now, these were good. But honestly, I was afraid to eat. My husband had one. We decided not to complain and leave. By the way, Jean, you never brought our takeout bag. There's more, but I need to stop right there really quickly. Oh, because Jean never brought your takeout bag, so you have to save a little bit more plastic in the world, you fucking terrible person.
No.
Oh, heaven forbid. Okay, so you never brought her takeout bag. I want to be too. I want to be too. She says. She spells it and then it's like want B2. So want with the letter B and then T-O all together.
I want B2.
I want B2 post this review so that customers who are paying a lot of money know ahead of time what to expect.
A lot of money.
Hold that thought because there's one. I hope management reaches out. I hope management reaches out me because this was just a waste of money. And during COVID, they should be extra clean and organized. Ooh, I picked a good one. I didn't even read this before I picked it. I just saw it and I picked it.
A lot of, really contradicting statements in there.
Okay. Even just in the last two statements, I hope I want to post this review so customers who are paying a lot of money know ahead of time. First of all, Jane, the restaurant that you're going to is probably the cheapest, if not one of the cheapest restaurants in that entire area.
It's probably a $2 sign on Google.
Exactly.
$1 sign would be Taco Bell. $2 sign being In-N-Out and this restaurant.
Exactly. So it sounds to me, Jane, like you are cheap and are just looking for a free handout, especially with the fact that this is how you end your Yelp review. I hope management reaches out because it was just a waste of money. So clearly, the entire time you were going into this, all you wanted was a free handout.
Yeah.
Like, right?
The fries were
Toasty.
Toasty. Mm-hmm. If I would describe a good fry, I would say toasty.
Yeah. When I read that before I read the sentence that followed, I was like, ooh, toasty fries sound really good.
Yeah, now I want some toasty fries.
Me too.
I would take some toasty fries right now, yes, Jane.
Yeah, Jane. We would all take some toasty fries. And for you to want management to reach out, Jane, I'm just going to say this. You're what's wrong with the world. You sound like mm-hmm. She walks in and everybody runs because they're like, I don't want to serve this lady. She's the worst. Yeah. That's what you come off as, Jane. Judging on the fact that I think you have 76 different reviews, you sound like a real cunt.
It sounds like the prissy kid in school who would come up and say, I think your hair's stupid. Mm-hmm. And that person hits them. And they're like, oh my God, why would they hit me?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would you hit? I was just saying something.
Yeah. They're asking for it. And then they get what they asked for. And then they don't like it. And then they want to be repaid for it.
Exactly. Or to me, it sounds like somebody who knows going into a corporation, especially during COVID, who has no idea what's how to function right now because this is new to everyone and just thinks that they could take advantage. Mm. And especially because she says, and during COVID, they should be extra clean and organized. First of all, you said nothing, absolutely nothing, except for, I guess, about the bathroom, about being clean.
Yeah.
And organized because she didn't bring you a fucking bag, Jane?
Her organization skills require on her having a bag at all times. A plastic one, if that.
Yes. I guarantee you what happened with this lady. Because, I feel like as servers, like we read this and it's almost like we picture the entire interaction happening. And in my mind, how it happened is Jane ordered all 3 of her appetizers separately at different times. She probably ordered the tri-tip sliders as she was ordering her entree, I'm guessing. But then complained at the fact that they all came out at 3 different stages because she's a fucking idiot and doesn't understand how food cooks.
Oh, but I'm sure after she ordered her 3rd appetizer, she said, just bring them all out at the same time.
She 100% said that.
Oh, yeah. The
100%.
people who order different things at different times and then say, you know what? Bring them all out at the same time. You know what? Do you know what's going to happen if we bring them all out at the same time?
Yeah.
They're going to sit in the window.
Yep.
Under a heat lamp.
Yep.
Get hard. Maybe soggy. And then they're going to come out to you.
Yep.
Maybe one of them will be good because that's the last one to come out and be ready and fresh.
Sure.
But that's what's going to happen. If you want them all at the same time, order them at the same time.
Order them at the same time.
You live with your choices.
Or understand that they're going to come out at separate times if you order them like.
Are you still going to eat them all?
Yeah. Like
you're probably going to eat one at a time anyway.
And Jane, your fucking fault for ordering garlic knots as an appetizer, you fuck. Like, where anywhere besides this restaurant do you think, ooh, let's order some garlic knots? Just because you need fucking bread to fill up before your giant-ass meal? Like, why don't you think about those fucking choices, Jane?
Where's the complimentary bread?
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite question, especially at that restaurant because they don't have bread.
Oh, no, not at all. It's like,
Nope.
is there bread? Is there complimentary bread? It's like, no, that's pretty common to Italian restaurants. We're not that. It's pretty obvious.
Because they look at you and they go, I am starving. I need to eat something right now. Hey, guess what? I didn't ask you to come in starving. I didn't tell you to skip breakfast and lunch.
We got food. I can get something quick for you. It's like, here are our options for something quick.
Right. And you're going to pay for them. I just love how people come into restaurants assuming that the servers need to take on their problems.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten anything all day. Well, maybe you fucking figure out your life better there, John. Like, I don't know what to
pack
tell
a
you.
snack for your hike.
Yeah, like, sorry that you are wasteful and don't know what to do with. Like, I didn't choose for you not to eat all day. It's not my fault that you did that.
I'm here to help, though, if you want me to let me help you.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to do that.
Food I can get. You have to wait for it to cook. I love that when people also order, they'll order like a well done steak and like 3 minutes later they'll be like, excuse me, where's the steak? And I just love to just my favorite thing with people, especially when I'm serving, is just stopping dead in my tracks and looking at them as if I'm stupid and don't understand the question. And I'll just look at him and I'll go, your steak? Oh. Yeah, where's my steak? Oh, well, that has to cook. It takes time to cook.
Yeah, you ordered the ribeye well done. So we have to cook it all the way through.
Yeah. And then by the time it comes out, they still go, this isn't cooked all the way. I need it cooked more.
And you're like, how much more?
No, my new favorite
Is it
thing.
not crispy enough?
Yeah. My new favorite thing is when people order steaks well done, I'll go, I can actually just run over to 7-Eleven and get you beef jerky. Like, it's totally fine.
Please,
I
do
swear to
you
God,
actually
yes,
say that?
Yes,
oh
I do.
God, that's
yes,
great.
Yes, I do. And it mostly, like, it's people laugh at it, or some people don't even. It's so interesting. Like,
Put them in their place.
I do that, but I don't think people can comprehend the fact that they like don't have no social cues, so they'll just be like, uh-huh. But I'm like, I'm joking. I will get you the well done steak. It's just going to take 40 minutes. Like, is that cool? But it's better when there's like somebody at the table who's like, yes, I'd like the filet mignon rare. And I'm like, you know how to eat a steak. And then the other person gets it well done. And I'm like, should I get them beef jerky? And they'll be like, yeah.
So you want me to ruin a piece of meat?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I can do that.
It's great. And I've gotten a ton of people actually to not get well done steaks and get them medium. And they loved them.
Wow, medium, not bad.
Medium is the
not bad.
That's what I told.
That's the max.
This is the max.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, I just don't like I go, listen, you want to taste it.
Yeah.
You want it this way. And I've had people get it and they have been like, oh my God, you're right.
I don't need A1 now.
I know.
Wow.
I know. The
crazy.
juices in the meat were great. It's
crazy how that works.
I know. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorites. I wanted to read what the manager said back. And of course we know who this is. This is our GM that we both have had plenty of time to work with. Literally he has 3 Ks in his email. That should just tell you enough about him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, fucking Kevin.
We're getting calls after this.
Oh, yeah. His response back is, "Hello, Jane. I'm sorry to hear about your poor experience. Please feel free to reach out to me directly to discuss this further." I was trying to get those beeps. They were not going through. Yeah, I mean, so he just wants her to. So basically, he's going to send her like a $25 gift card.
Yep.
And she's going to come back in and complain and just understand that
and the
now,
cycle repeats.
Exactly. And
thank you for complaining. Please complain more. As you see, it will work.
It will work. You know what Jane is? Jane is...
You're an asshole.
Jane's the asshole of
And
the
you're
week.
damn right.
Jane's the asshole of the week.
Congratulations, Jane L.
You have won asshole of the week on the podcast. Can I get some ranch? You have won a fucking clue how to go out and eat at a restaurant. Jane, congratulations.
You know, it was getting a little tight there for a little bit. I didn't think Jane was going to win this one, but she really pulled out in the end there. You know, congratulations to her taking the gold medal in this one.
We're looking forward to next week's games to see who's the winner in that one. But Jane, tonight you're our gold. God, I hope to God one day Jane hears this and just thinks,
Jane, my name is Evan.
And my name's Heather. And you can 100% come and find me and have a discussion about this. And I would love to chat with you about it.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Yeah, we'll break it down together, and I'll tell you where you're a piece of shit, and you'll just look at me probably with, like, resting bitch face, I'm guessing. Or something of that matter. Staring at me like a psycho. Oh, my God. Well, Evan, final thoughts and words. What do you got?
Well, to all the servers out there, stay strong. It's a long road. We're all on the same path.
Mm-hmm.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. We all know who these people are. All the shitty people, but live it out for your coworkers.
Yep.
Respect your coworkers. Sympathize with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when those moments of people who really make your day, remember those moments. Don't remember the shitty ones.
Unless you're coming on my podcast, then remember the shitty ones.
Then remember the shitty ones. So
That's
you better
all.
have them ready. You better bring note cards.
Yeah.
To remember.
Yeah, you better. Because if you don't, then you're getting the fuck out of here.
Dig out those memories. The ones you push so deep.
Those sad, sad memories that we all dream of. Those server nightmares.
But Heather, it's been a pleasure.
Evan, thank you so much for being on the podcast. This has been so much fun. I miss you. I'm so happy you were here. Low-key, I wish you brought Hannah, but it's okay. I guess I'll just take you.
Well, she's out making the money.
I know. Somebody's got to do it. Thank you, everyone, who listened. Thank you, Archie, for interrupting us multiple times. Stay tuned for future podcasts. And
be sure to follow Heather on Instagram.
well, actually, do you have anything to plug? You said you had the movie. What do you guys?
Oh, well,
First of all, what's your Instagram handle?
Evan James H. Looks like Evan Jamesh.
Evan Jamesh. Evan James H. Follow him on Instagram. And what do you have coming out?
We actually have a movie that we wrote.
What's it called?
It's called Good Company.
Good Company.
It's a horror comedy.
Okay. And we can't find it anywhere yet, but we will be able to soon, right?
It is in development.
It's in development. Awesome. We'll keep a lookout for it in Good Company. And, big things are coming out of this kid. So
To everyone I talk shit to, I'm sorry. Please watch my movie.
Except for you, Jane. You suck.
No, Jane, yeah, I can live without you.
All right, guys. Till next week. Tip your servers and be kind to the servers.
Can I get some ranch?
Yeah, actually, I have some in my fridge. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.